Good afternoon. Today, I'm going to present on how to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic and the precautions that are necessary for all. So, I'm Dr. Siddharth Ramesh Babu. I'm a consultant orthopedic surgeon at Spot Hospital. This COVID-19 pandemic is here to stay for at least another 6 months to a year. So, it is very important that we all follow precautions to safeguard ourselves, the family, and the people who we work with and are near and dear. So, if the COVID-19 pandemic is here to stay, you may be wondering why there was need of a lockdown. So, the effect of the lockdown was initially, when there were few cases, the number of cases were vertically increasing. With the help of this lockdown, the number of cases have been controlled and the curve from being vertical flattened. So now the number of new cases that are coming are not a very large number at a time. That was the effect of the lockdown. So why do we need the precautions? So it is COVID-19. It is otherwise known as the novel coronavirus. It is a new virus which is only 5 months old. Because it's new, there is no vaccine at present to prevent the disease. There is no treatment that is available yet, and eradication of this virus is dependent on herd immunity. At least 60% of the entire world needs to be immune to COVID-19. Only then will this disease leave the world. So, the most important need for precautions, I would say, is asymptomatic carriers. So, COVID-19 takes around 1 to 14 days for a person to get the symptoms of the disease. During this time, he can infect so many people throughout his asymptomatic phase. That is why it is important why the government has mandated the need for masks. So when both the asymptomatic carrier and asymptomatic individual are in contact with the mask, the risk of transmission is very low. So the general guidelines that everyone needs to follow are as follows. Everyone should have a proper cough and sneeze etiquette. That is basically a method of coughing and sneezing. When you cough and sneeze, either cough with a tissue paper or you cough and sneeze on your elbow. So after you cough, you dispose the tissue in a waste bin, and then you need to wash your hands with soap and water. So the way you all wash is also very important. First, you'll have to wash both palms, the back side of the hand, between the fingers. You should wash the thumb, you should wash your fingernails, and wash all the way to the elbow. If you're using soap and water, you should do this for at least 30 to 40 seconds. And if you're using an alcohol, spirit, or sterilium or besolol, then around 20 seconds will suffice. So it is recommended to wash your hands frequently, at least every 2 to 3 hours. Avoid touching the mouth, eyes, and nose, because that is how you are most frequently have a chance to get the virus. It is also important to have a social distance of at least 3 to 6 feet. This is because a cough or sneeze generally does not travel beyond 6 feet. So everyone should, the general public, it is recommended that even just a double layered cloth mask is enough. You can clean surfaces with bleach. How to use the bleaches: take 7 grams of bleach powder, mix it in a liter of water, and this can be used for 2 hours to clean surfaces. The materials that can get corroded, like the cell phone or the laptop, you can use Besolol 25 or sterilium or alcohol spirit. Also, because of the lockdown, all these places with crowds have been restricted. So again, you should avoid going to the crowded places like the malls, the cinema theaters, parks, beaches, etc. So the people who are at highest risk of getting a severe infection are people who are above 65, people with multiple health issues like diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, lung disease, or those who are on immunosuppressive therapy. So it is very important that people above the age of 65 stay at home and do not go outside. Also, another point is I just like to emphasize on how to receive groceries, items that you need, that you do not need immediately, you can keep outside the home for 3 days. But food items you will need to bring into the home, right? So what you do first, clean your hands with the proper method with soap. Then you clean the surfaces that you will want to receive the items. Vegetables and fruits can be washed as usual. Follow your hand hygiene again, and then when there are items that are in a box, you can receive the item inside the box by opening the box, then receiving the item without touching the inside of the box, and then you dispose the box. For everything that is in a box, the next thing again, you'll have to follow the same hand hygiene and repeat this step again. So you should also educate those who work for you, like your cook, your maids, because they generally do not see the news and they are not aware of how severe this virus is. So you have to educate the people who work with you regarding importance of social distancing, how to cough and sneeze, and emphasize the importance of a double-layered mask. Also, you have to teach them the proper method of hand washing. Few simple guidelines at the office. Wherever it is possible, work should be done from home rather than the office. But those who definitely need to go to the office, provision should be made for screening the temperature just at the entrance with a non-contact method like a thermal gun. So then cleaning of surfaces, as previously mentioned, and cleaning of corrosive materials like the mobiles, telephones, laptops can be done with alcohol, Besolol, or spirit. So provisions should be made for sanitizer or hand wash stations at the entrance of the office and at the entrance of elevators. And it's very important that biometrics should be avoided, because if a person coughs and sneezes and touches the biometric area, that can become a source of cross contamination to everyone. So also social distancing, there should be at least 3 to 6 feet apart. So if there are 3 workspaces, make sure that the center workspace, there is nobody who's working, so that you maintain the social distancing. For meetings, as much as possible, do video conferencing. So even at lunch breaks, everyone should not go at the same time. It should be split, and people should not crowd from more than 5 people or 6 people at a time should not crowd. So regarding health-related precautions, I am sure that most of you are all aware that the general symptoms are fever, cough, sore throat, difficulty breathing. So what do you do next? So first thing, you have to stay calm, isolate yourself at the home, and if the symptoms get worse or the symptoms persist for more than 2 to 3 days, you can contact your healthcare professional. Now the government has allowed video consultation by telemedicine, so you can consult your doctor this way. Also, it is very important for other health related issues. Unless it is very severe, only then you should go to the hospital. Otherwise, video consultation wherever possible should suffice. So a silver lining that I would like to tell all of you is about 80% of those with the infection are generally mild, and just people improve after a self isolation of 7 to 14 days. Only 20% of those people need hospitalization, of which only 5% need ICU care, and there is only a 1% death. So I would like to say, everyone, don't be afraid, but at the same time, you should not be careless. I like to conclude by saying, be brave, this too shall pass, follow all the government guidelines, and follow all the do's and don'ts. So thank you, and I'm Dr. Siddharth Ramesh Babu. For orthopedic related queries, you can have a video consultation with me through the 1MG app. Thank you.